I mean,
with XCEL
yeah.
stuff, you don't even have to really try and sell it.
Especially in the winter. That's exactly what I was saying. It's like,
well, exactly.
I can fully, like, I don't care if I say X is bad and X is good, like, because I know certain brands in the summer are better than certain brands in the winter. But
Oh no, totally, yeah.
what I know with XCEL is, like, going into a morning like this, I don't second guess that I can whack a 4-3 on and be super toasty, but actually, like, not be super restricted by.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. But it's like I just think just. Do you know what I mean? Like some of the brands go so complicated and so like almost too new school in their approach of like what they're using.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with this, it's just like really good quality.
Yeah.
Like good cuts where it fits nice and it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like not. It's just everything's like
this is
built to kind of last rather than just being some sort of gimmick that's flexible for 5 minutes and it falls apart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I got this in February last year. Surfed it loads, like spring or like spring, like end of winter, spring this year, last year, and then this year, and this got me through most of Cornwall winter last year with a hood. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Mate, I use a 4.5, 3.5.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the winter, even on a freezing day, like if I'm moving a lot.
Yeah.
Anytime I ever put on anything much thicker, if it's like really cold, you're not leaving that long.
Yeah, you step up to like a dry lock or something like that.
Something like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's just like kind of horses with courses, isn't it? It's like you kind of.
Well, that's it. Those are the days where you, when you know you're whacking on your dry lock because it's snowing, you know that you're going to be incredibly comfortable. You might have to like get used to it being a bit dark, sweet with it, which is like what you get across the board, isn't it? You know, if you're like super warm, you might be a little bit tight and you're wetty, and then
oh no, sure. But it's like, yeah, hey, of course, it's like you kind of. I don't know. It's like, mate, winter in the UK, though, you kind of like if you're gonna go surfing in the winter, it's always set like a bit of a mission anyway. Like you want to try and like this winter time at home. I try not to be like getting changed in and out of my wetsuit in the car park. Do you know what I mean? You're getting cold before you can get in. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, and like even like, you know, like if you go down there in the morning, you're shivering before you put your suit on. Especially if you've got an amazing quality suit to put it on. It kind of like insulates it inside you anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like.
How do you play it? Like, so say you're on a day where you've got like, say you're on a day where you've got like an hour and a half, and like, because obviously you live across the road from surf.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cold. Like say December, pretty cold, but like sun's out. Will you grab a 4.5, 3.5 because you know you've only got an hour and you're gonna be paddling loads? And then if you go somewhere where you're like,
mate, I use a 4.5, 3.5 compacts all winter.
Yeah.
Right. If it's like my general go-to with them, like what I've been doing for the last few years, anyways, I've been using the 4.5, 5.5. If it's sort of like, I reckon maybe like 8 degrees and lower with the air temperature.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more like slow.
Yeah. See, so
like I generally use my 4.5, 3.5 pretty much all the time, and unless it's really slow and it's probably under 8 degrees with the air temperature. So, I mean, the water temperature, even it never really gets that cold. Do you know what I mean? It gets down to like 8 degrees. But if you're moving loads, you don't even really know it.
Exactly.
More just if you sat around, you know. As soon as you sat around, that's when you want those like, you know, thick suits which have got extra warmth in it. Obviously, like you lose a bit of your flexibility. At the same time, you're like, you can be sat on a, you know, if you're going to surf a little slab or something like that, which is inconsistent swell, like long period sort of hurricane swell or something like that. You know, it's 20 minutes between each set, and you're not really paddling that much in between. Getting waves. Then you're looking for warmth, aren't you? Because you don't really need that. You don't need that, like, you know, if you're putting on, you know, if I surf like home beach break, there's tons of waves going through.
Yeah.
I'm probably spending 95% of my time at least paddling.
Or surf. Yeah.
So I'm looking for flexibility. Whereas if I'm just bobbing about, catching a wave every 20 minutes and doing the meter paddle out, and it's like you don't need that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I make my decisions similar to that with like, if I've got to fit in an hour surf in the morning before work, I'm like, okay, well, I know I've only got an hour, so I know in my head I'm not going to be worried about like cooking myself with paddling heaps or not. Like, I can paddle as much as I want for that hour, so I can afford to be in a slightly thinner suit, because I'm like, especially like the Compex, the 4.5, 3.5, or even the Infinity with the lining it's got. You can just paddle and you're warm anyway. So
for sure, but
great.
Yeah, if you're using the ones with like the furry insides, you know, like Infinity or Driver or something like that, it kind of keeps you warm when you're not moving, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas with the stuff which haven't got that sort of inside, it's just like sort of more, you know, like the normal, regular near.
The standard that.
And it's like you kind of like, you know, obviously the thicker the suit keeps the warmth in, but then you don't get that sort of, you know, like you kind of like if you're using a 4.3 in the middle of winter here, you've still got an hour if you're moving, and then I mean you will start getting cold after a while, you know. But if you're in and out, like a lot of people, you know, like sometimes, like for instance, if I'm surfing loads and stuff and being to the gym a lot and stuff like that, then having a thicker wetsuit doesn't really matter that much.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're so sort of into it, where you just kind of muscle memory's there and you go fit. Whereas if you're just like, you know, if I haven't been surfing that much in the workshop and stuff like that more, and I want to jump in, I know the wave's good and haven't really been doing that much fitness, then I'd rather take on the chin being a little bit colder and have a thinner suit just so I can get that movement.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know.
The way I feel like it's a little bit like old school to feel about the restriction now, because the way that wetsuit materials are now, they're all suit, like you can get a 6 mils that stretches as far as you want as well. So
oh yeah, no, for sure. You definitely can,
but I'm in the same boat. It's like it's weird to have a conversation with it, but like you don't want to be too hot as well. Like,
well, no, exactly.
So yeah,
you know, like you can definitely, if you put like even in the UK winter, like putting on a 6 mil, you're going to bake yourself even in the coldest days.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Like some of those 6 mil suits and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, if it's like minus temperatures and you're not really moving, then it's worse.
Exactly.
But like the quality of, I just noticed with like the XCEL stuff, even the quality, like the 4.5, 3.5, that in between the 4.3 and the 5.3, and like a good 5.3 in this country, if you get dry lot, something like that, it's good. You don't really have to move that much, you can stay warm all day.
You're done for the winter. You could take on almost anywhere, and it still lasts a couple of years as well.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.